Yes, most people don't know that they have twice as many female ancestors as they do male, which is really interesting, not only for the fact that you have twice as many female as male, but also the fact that most people don't know that. The average woman just gets to have a lot more sex than the average man throughout all of human history. This chart from Reddit kind of explains it mathematically. I'll just quote: if every woman has one child, and every man who has a child has two, and every man who doesn't has zero, then you end up with twice as many female ancestors. Basically, if you're a woman, the chances of you being able to have sex and produce offspring are very high. And if you're a man, historically speaking, half of us went out without a bang. And at times, for men, it was even worse than that. There have been times where it was one man for every 17 women, which sounds like a fantastic deal for that one guy. But for the other 16 men, it's a pretty raw deal. This is where we get into the point of, like, why isn't this fact, the fact that we have twice as many female ancestors as male, more known? And I strongly suspect that it is because this fact points to the idea that the average woman throughout all of human history has had some level of power over the average man, at least in terms of sex, which is very important, obviously. And this runs counter to the common modern mainstream feminist narrative that all of human history was men, by and large, ruling over women. And of course, that's true to some extent. Like I just pointed out, the one guy who had 17 wives. But that is a small minority of men, where there was huge swaths of the male population that obviously their genes did not get passed on. Passed on because women as a whole get to decide who gets the cookie.